There we go, we're off again. And it's nice to see some of the old faces, all the sort of talentless wannabes, no hopers. Yeah, they're all there, the Billy No Mates with nothing else to do on a Friday night. Yeah, they're all there. They've got the big coats on up in Durham. I don't know what it's like in Vancouver, we'll find that out lately. Anyway, this is our pre-Christmas bash because we can't get the room that we're in on the first Friday of the month. So we are here on the ether, through the ethers. So I'm not going to do a Christmas song to start off with, but I'll do a December sort of song. Robbie Burns, and on the 27th of December, I think about 1791, he wrote this poem and gave it to his young lady who was about to depart for Jamaica and meet up with her estranged husband.
Just gave it to a euphemism, or a...
A fond kiss and then we sever, a farewell that lasts forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, pouring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him. Mean a cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benights me. I'll not blame my partial fancy, nothing could resist my Nancy, for to see her was to love her, love but her and love forever. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met and never parted, we would never been broken hearted. Fare thee well, thou first and fairest, fare thee well, thou best and dearest, thine be ilka joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love and pleasure. So a fond kiss and then we sever, a farewell that lasts forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee, pouring sighs and groans I'll wage thee.
Very nice.
There we are.
Really lovely. Yeah.
Feel free to unmute yourselves to show your derision or appreciation. That was very nice, John.
Right.
A shock to us all. That was very
Well done,
nice.
mate.
Right, my little lady is here now with her instrument of pleasure. What are you doing, dear? Are you doing Mrs. McLean?
I might do this one for Brian. But it might go tits up, you never know.
Ah. It's going to fall on the butter side.
Yes, let's start off now.
Yeah. Thank you.
There we are.
Was that called again?
That's called Mr. and Mrs. McLean of Snagow.
A lot of quavers. A lot of quavers.
That was lovely.
Right. Oh, I don't need a list because I've got it all in the Muppet boxes. And well, that's it from Cheshire. So we're moving back into Wales, up to St Asaph, where we have Mr. Durno with his blurred background.
Well, hopefully I'm not blurred, but the background is not worth looking at. So
Right, off you go, Jeffrey.
if I showed you the background, you'd see all the icicles hanging off the window. Okay, this is Brooks Williams. The house is dark, the house is cold, wood stove's been out for hours. I did not know I did not know you were going away. I feed the dog, light the fire, read your note one more time. Love is gone, I'm through living the lie. I did not know, I did not know you were going away. I must be blind, I must be deaf, I must be thick as a wall, I must know nothing at all. You took the kids and took the car, took what you felt you owned. Daylight fades, I try to call, but you don't answer your phone. I did not know you were going away. I did not know you were going away.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Nice, relaxing as always there, Jeffrey.
That's as good as a single malt, that, John.
Well, yeah, well, yeah.
Depends on the single malt.
Yeah.
Or a Guinness Zero. Other non-alcoholic drinks are available, of course.
Right, where are we? Gwyneth, where's your background? I don't mean what did you do with your life, I mean... You're muted, girl, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Just trying to unmute, sorry. The background is Beckenham, which is where I'm from. Where I'm living, anyway, not where I'm from.
Right. Fair enough. Oh, by the way, we are doing one per person. So it means if there's two of you in the Muppet box, i.e. Leslie and Fred, you can do two. If you only want to do one, stop giving me the finger. Everybody can see you. You can either do one, or if you would like to do two, you can do two. It's up to you. No pressure. But there we are. Anyway, sorry, Gwyneth.
That's fine, no problem. Right, this is The Candlelight Fisherman. Oh, oh, me dad was a fisherman bold, and he lived till he grew old. For he opens the pane and he pops out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow. If the flame don't flicker, he'd know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. And often he'd say to me, you'll be wise before you go. Do you open the pane and pop out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow? If the flame don't flicker, he'd know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. When the north wind roughed it blow, then I lay right snug below. But I opens the pane and I pop out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow. If the flame don't flicker, it know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. When the wind comes out of the east, you'll be looking for snow and sleet. But I opens the pane and I pop out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow. If the flame don't flicker, it know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. When the wind's back into the west, that'll come often at best. But I opens the pane and I pop out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow. If the flame don't flicker, it know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. When the south wind soft to blow, it's then I love to go. And I opens the pane and I pop out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow. If the flame don't flicker, it know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. And my poor wife say to me, we shall starve if you don't go. So I opens the pane and I pops out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow. If the flame don't flicker, it know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. Now all you fishermen bold, if you live till you grow old, do you pop open the pane and pop out the flame, just to see how the wind do blow? If the flame don't flicker, it know that there's not enough wind to blow. But if that silly old flame blow out, then there's too much wind to go. Thank you.
I'm sorry you had backing vocals at the beginning there, because Leslie distracted me and I was unmuted.
Oh yeah.
I didn't notice.
Right, yeah, since we all met on here, it's been our pleasure to actually meet up with quite a few of you, and a lot of people that have actually been in this room. We've had Brian and Sue here, Fred and Leslie been here, we've even had Paul Clark here. Alan, of course. I think we're due for the Warbies. God, we must have the Warbies around sometime, yeah.
Thank you.
It sounds like something you'd catch.
But anyway, we have got Zoom Virgins next. We've got Fred and Leslie, who've been sort of only come to the club for what, a couple of years? Yeah, been a great asset to the club.
Post-lockdown.
Definitely.
See you later, John.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Right, okay, then do you? Yeah, I've given you the big build-up. You better not screw it up now, Fred.
Go on, Fred.
I will mute myself this time. Off you go.
This is a song that comes from the Orkneys, and it's a love lilt.
Sad am I without thee.
do a quick change. It's always helpful if I start in the same key as the wife. We don't have to finish it. Per mio rovano, per mio rovani, per mio rovo, sada mai without thee.
When I'm lonely to my heart, but when I to others see, my love's life, my fault finds halfway to me. Sorry.
Per mio rovano, per mio rovani, per mio rovo, sada mai without thee.
Thou art music on my heart, hope of joy, oh crown of green, moon of guidance by night, strength and light thou art to me.
Per mio rovano, per mio rovani, per mio rovo, sada mai without thee. Per mio rovano, per mio rovani, per mio rovo, sada mai without thee.
Lovely. You're no longer virgins.
Gucci Fred, lovely.
Don't you want that heard?
Right, are you doing another?
No, well,
Well, there's two of us we sing together, so we'll just do one as normal.
You know, you can have two if you want.
Well, it's very nice of you.
one side.
Ines, you've only practiced the one, that's what you're saying, isn't it?
That's a lovely offer, John. We really do accept it. It's very nice of you, but we'll just leave it at one for the moment.
That's fine, that's fine.
Virgins don't rush at things too many times at one go.
Right, okay, shut up, get off. H,
Yes, sir.
how are things down in Cambridge?
Not quite as cold as other places, but getting there. Apparently. I think I'm going to stay in bed tomorrow.
Keep your sex life out of this, please. Family show. We're going out on YouTube tomorrow. Right, I will shut myself up.
Okay. Well, at this time of year, one of the things you definitely need is to have photos of the family. All lined up in a wedding group, here we are for a photograph. We're all dressed up in a morning suit, all trying not to laugh. Since the early caveman in his fur took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the happy scene. Hold it, flashbang, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old soul, blimey, what a joke. Hat blown off in a cloud of smoke, clap your hands, stamp your feet, banging on a big bass drum. What a picture, I'm Tilly, pum 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 pum, stick it in your family album. The same thing happened long ago when man was in his prime, and what went on we only know from the snaps he took at the time. When Adam and Eve in their birthday suit decided to get wed, as Adam was about to taste the fruit, the man with the camera said, hold it, flashbang, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old Eve, there with nothing on, face all red and a fig leaf, go on, clap your hands, stamp your feet, banging on a big bass drum. What a picture, I'm Tilly, pum 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 pum, stick it in your family album. You read it in a folio or seen it in a Shakespeare play, how Juliet fell for Romeo in the merry, merry month of May. And as he climbed the orchard wall to reach his lady fair, as he tumbled, she began to bawl as he floated through the air. Hold it, flashbang, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor young chap, what a night he spent, tights all torn and his rapier bent. Clap your hands, stamp your feet, banging on a big bass drum. What a picture, I'm telling you, pum 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 pum, stick it in your family album. King Henry VIII had several wives, including Anne Boleyn, and he kept an album of their lives with all their photos in. As Anne Boleyn was on her knees, dressed in her very best frock, King Henry shouted, "Smile, dear, please," as a red rolled off the block. Hold it, flashbang, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph. Comes the print. In a little while, she lost her red, but she kept her smile. Clap your hands, stamp your feet, banging on a big bass drum. What a picture, I'm telling you, pum 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 pum, stick it in your family album. When Napoleon married Josephine, there was just the same to do. He galloped home from the battle scene all the way from Waterloo. And yes, he came from off his horse to the boudoir where she sat. She said to him, in French of course, as he took off his big cocked hat, "Hold it, flashbang, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph." There she was, with a big huzzah, all caught up in her ha-ha, clap your hands, stamp your feet, banging on a big bass drum. What a picture, I'm telling you, pum 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 pum, stick it in your family, stick it in your family, stick it in your family album. And save it for Christmas. David Henniker.
Yay.
Albatross. That's lovely.
Tommy Steele, I think, wasn't it?
It was Tommy Steele, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
That.
He's still with
It
us.
was
isn't he,
Terry
Tommy
Hiscock.
Steele? Oh,
I mean, Terry can't be with us tonight. He's got his band, Hunter Musket, have got a gig tonight, so he's on an earner. So we've
Seven
not-
Oaks. There'll be plenty of dosh there. Seven Oaks.
Yeah, but Terry sends his love to everybody, and that's somebody that we've seen twice now at the club. Always goes down really well, and he indicated in an email last week he would, if he was invited, he would like to come back again next year. So what do you think, Alan? I think we could manage that, couldn't we?
That'll be up to committee, lad. I will have to have a proper. It'll have to go on the agenda, John.
As long as he comes at mates' rates. Right, somebody else who's been down here, and we've been up there, and we had a belter of a week on. We sort of had a week's holiday in Cheshire and North Wales, about 18 months ago, and it is lovely to see Sue, and Brian's with her as well.
Hello, Sue and Brian.
Hello. Lovely to see everybody.
Nice to see everybody.
Really and truly.
Yeah.
They're not proper Geordies, you know.
No.
Where are you?
Not Geordies in any shape or form.
Improper, are they?
Oh, Danny. Yeah, David.
Touche.
Right. Okay. So we'll do two songs, John. But
Yeah.
to make sure you understand what we're doing, the first song is actually called First Song. So will you be all right with that?
Ooh, I have to think about it.
Did you give Ralph McTell the money for this?
No. You pay, don't you? Yeah, but well done. Yes, it's Ralph McTell's first song. Okay. Written words that say I'm leaving, and words express the pain. Old songs lose young meanings, but new ones they gain. From the changes that I've been through, and the new ones that I am coming to. You were my first song, and I still sure I still get feelings to get back on the road, and I still get leanings to forget the things I know about myself and the changes that I've gone through, and I am coming to. You were my first song, and I still can words express true meanings. I mean the words are still the same. Old loves lose young feelings, but new ones they gain from the changes that I've been through, and the new ones that I am coming to. You were my first song, and I still. You were my first song, and I still. You were my first song, and I still love you.
Good words.
Oh, lovely.
You go right.
Thank you.
Before I do the second song, I'll just give you a quick update on what's happened to Susan. A lot of you are already aware that Susan had brain surgery last August, like last year. And the neurosurgeon damaged the nerve, leaving Susan with, well, pretty much permanent double vision. So
Allegedly, I think you'd better say, Brian.
yeah, well, I think it was deliberate, but never mind. Anyhow, he came out with it very well on the TV program about it, but never mind. He's made a mistake, and so Susan basically has to cover her left eye all the time. So sometimes it's a patch. At the moment, it's a contact lens because it's got a blacked out contact lens, but that hasn't changed in 16 months, so she's still left with that. And we did think there might be some surgery, but they seem to be reluctant to do the surgery as well. And I don't know whether, allegedly, John, they're worried that we might make a legal claim for damages, and they're all frightened to come anywhere near. But they're sort of steering away from surgery now, so but we'll wait and see what happens.
We can get Mr. Powell on the case, of course. He'll defend you or he'll prosecute. He doesn't mind. He'll do either defending or prosecuting.
Well, it might come to
Fred's as fit as a lop. He's chased ambulances all his life.
Never got one, John.
Anyhow, we'll move on to our second song, but it's not called second song, John. It's called Songbird. It's Christine McVie's song written by Christine McVie, but Ava Cassidy's version.
Okay.
For you, there'll be no crying. For you, the sun will be shining, 'cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's all right. I know it's right. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. To you, I would give the world. To you, it's all right. I know it's right. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before, like never before, like never before.
Oh boy.
It was worth getting up this morning. That lovely.
It's excellent. Excellent. That's well done.
Beautiful.
She's been carrying you, Brian, for years.
I put in a deliberate mistake to make sure John didn't feel bad.
Oh, lovely.
For about the last 3 or 4 weeks down at the club, Alan has had this thing which he sort of sticks on the back of his guitar. There we are.
Oh yeah.
And it's a little battery operated thing that provides reverb. Well, we've only just found out that Brian's actually got one bolted on the back of his head.
I wish I did. I would love reverb on my voice.
I can only aspire to Brian's standards, you see. That's the thing.
Alan,
I
don't
need a
let him
little box.
reverb shame you. Don't let him reverb shame you.
We'll see.
Just while I'm looking in the box, we've got Karen there, and we've got Janet down at the bottom. Hello, Janet. Where are you from?
I'm 15 miles northeast of Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv. Good grief. Welcome.
Gracious.
How on earth did you find us?
Ray Nickel.
Sorry, I missed that.
Ray Nickel gave me the
Oh.
numbers.
The legend that is Ray Nickel.
He's like swine flu. He gets everywhere.
Yeah, a legend in his own lunchtime.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, nice to see you, Janet.
Oh, welcome, yeah.
Welcome. Welcome.
Right, and Maureen said, "Can I follow Brian and Sue? Because it'll make me sound really good."
Oh, you know what? He is a big fibber. A really
they
big
opened
fibber.
for you,
In fact,
Maureen.
I had a smart ass comment to make to you about your placement. Phil, I had hoped you would swap. Anyway, so it's raining here. So I've decided, and Helen knows this, we just make the most of rain. Otherwise, we'd never go out. So I was jumping in the puddles with my wellies on this morning. All right. So the brilliant Jeslow. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. We sing our bends to sleep with songs that workers made. Thrill 'em with black dust bogeymen when day is done. But these ghosts and mighty giants are no fairy tales, but men that walked amongst us once, but now they're gone. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. They jowled and listened as they hacked and picked. A lifetime lit by lamplight, not by sky nor sun. And through this ground beneath our feet they chewed and licked. Some were swallowed with a mighty swipe of the earth's own tongue. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. And the women watched and waited, ever strong and bold, and laughed and loved despite so many mouths to feed. And damned the fat cat musters for the lies they told, as they searched, as they sacrificed good men to the gods of great gain and greed. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. Then the pulley wheels and white machines grew cold and still. Unions lay broken by deceit and lies. Sad eyes were left to stare down from a pit boot hill. But the glory of the lives they led will never die. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. These things I know, for the Pitman poets told me so. The great Jeslow.
Yeah. We saw him last night at the Hungry Horse Folk Club. He was live. He sang that, and guess what other song he sang?
Talk to me dirty in Geordie.
Correct.
Just call me Hinny or Pet.
That's the one.
It's me every time.
Now, as if by magic, we were talking to Janet just before Maureen, and everybody else except me was slagging off Ray Nickel. How bloody glad we were that he hadn't turned up. And then I said, oh no, it's a shame Ray's not here. And then bugger me, in he comes.
It'd be that Maureen that started it. No, Maureen's troublemaker, she is.
It was a bit spooky.
Yeah, can you slide
I was
Ray
name
up
dropping.
between Tamsin and your good self, Alan?
I can do it. Watch him go. Look at that.
Oh,
sprinter.
I was going to say, I was about to bugger off to the French, you know, if that's a welcome again.
He looks like he's controlling the earth from in that room. He's got everything under control. Oh, look at that.
Right, and now we have a man who allegedly has a big stack of sycamore in his log store. A bit too subtle for. I mean, the people won't get that one.
He's from
There
Exham.
was one of the most famous trees in the UK. Shot down a few months ago by some absolute moron
With a chainsaw.
The sycamore from the Sycamore Gap next
Bring
to
back
Hazelwood.
hanging. Bring back hanging.
Anyway, Phil's done well out of it. He's got enough logs for next year.
I've got plenty.
There's no way we can bring back hanging now that the oak's gone.
We'll hang them horizontally.
Yeah.
Right, Phil, give us a song.
Yeah, I better not mention that because I might tell you who it is that did it, and then I'll be really in trouble because you're recording it.
Oh, you're safe. You're safe in this. You're amongst friends here.
Oh yeah. Well, okay.
It's the other 500,000 outside of here.
It's that season coming up when most junior school teachers start trembling in their boots. Actually. Well, the donkey sneezed and the stable fell down. One of the three kings broke his crown. Primary two were the talk of the town. At the school nativity play, well, a wise man opened the curtain too soon. The star of the east fell down with a boom. The innkeeper said, there's plenty of room. Oh, it all went wrong on the day a mouse popped out of the manger straw. Mary screamed and she ran for the door. Dropped baby Jesus on the floor at the school nativity play. And the donkey sneezed and the stable fell down. One of the three kings broke his crown. Primary two were the talk of the town at the school nativity play. Joseph's wee brother was violently sick, nearly choked on his lolly stick. So I held out Mum's handbag quick. Oh, it all went wrong on the day the shepherd made a dash for the loo. The rickety platform split in two. It was just a stage we were going through at the school nativity play. And the donkey sneezed and the stable fell down. One of the three kings broke his crown. Primary two were the talk of the town at the school nativity play. Fear not, the teacher cried as the fire bell started ringing. Ding dong merrily on high, soon drowned out the carol singing. A spotlight fell and I got the blame. Gabriel's wings made a pretty blue flame, and we all went home when the firemen came to the school nativity play. Yes, the donkey sneezed and the stable fell down. One of the three kings broke his crown. Primary two were the talk of the town at the school nativity play. There you go.
Oh yes, thank you.
We've all seen them, Phil. Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, that was actually written by a bunch of school kids, by the way. It really was.
That's excellent.
A bunch of Scottish school kids. I think somewhere I can tell you where it was.
But you have a medal for it.
Right, well, thanks very much for that, Phil. I think Gwyneth enjoyed it, because I remember you were teaching assistant, are you, Gwyneth? Yeah, so you get all that shit time after time after time. Right, moving sort of several thousand miles to the west, if she's there. Helen, are you there? Yeah, oh.
Yeah. Your hair looks lovely, don't worry.
I had like 5 minutes to wash my hair before you came on.
Well, you should have got up earlier.
I only have a certain period where I can do those things when somebody's not working in there, so that's how it is at the minute.
Remind everybody where you are, Helen.
I am on a little island in between Vancouver and Vancouver Island. The name of the island I live on is called Gabriola Island. It's about 11 kilometers long by about 7 kilometers wide.
Good grief.
And you have crap internet there, do you?
Because everyone else is humming and such like.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of humming going on in the background, but that's okay.
Right, if you can, everybody can mute themselves. Fred and Leslie, come on. And me.
That'll stop all the feedback, I think. So I wasn't going to do a Christmas song yet today. We'll see if we get another go, maybe. I was going to do a song called In the Shade of the Old Arras Mill, which is a song that I sang over here one time, and it was really lovely because it was there was a lady in the audience, and we were in the center of Princeton, which is a little town just in the interior here. And she was in, oh God, she was in her 90s, and she used to work in the mills in the north of England. And she was so excited to hear me sing it. I was so happy. But isn't it weird? You can come across people like that, and they're miles and miles and miles away from where they're supposed to be. And you can sing one song and it can mean a lot to them. So I was going to do that one today. In the shade of the old Aris mill, it's enough to make anyone ill. The reeling is rotten, and so is the cotton. They'll have to give Gaffer a pill. And when the old looker comes round, and he sees all us dossers sat down, he says, get your sends up and tie your ends up in the shade of the old Aris mill. Our stockings are all full of holes, and our clogs, they are needing new soles. Our shawls are all worn and our petticoats torn. We'd be better off digging for coal. When you can't see your hands for the lint, and by Wednesday we're all bloody skinned. But we don't give a jot, we're a jolly fine lot. We're the girls from the old Aris mill. I wish Payday Friday would come, for it's then that we'll have some real fun. For each Friday night we go out and get tight, troubles and sorrows all done. And then when we've spent all us brass, and Monday has come round to pass, then for me and our Jack, it's time to go back to the shade of the old Aris mill. Then for me and our Jack, it's time to go back to the shade of the old Aris mill.
Nicely.
Are there any plans for another UK tour, Helen?
I am coming back in June.
Oh, lovely. June. Right, well, I think because we often go away in June. I missed you last time.
I'll probably be there for part of July at least as well.
Right, we might have Tea Newith refurbished by then. Apparently, word on the street is that funding is in place to refurb our building. So we'll see what happens. Believe it when I say it.
Out in his stripy shirt to rob the Nat West.
Right, because I mean, when we left the place, it was just absolute crap. The floor was. Oh, you got seasick walking over it. It was.
Beer all those years. That's what it is.
I reckon we should send the line dancers back there and we carry on where we are.
Could do, yeah.
Right, thanks a lot. Oh, we're down in Southampton now.
Ah, cold Southampton. Well, it's cold. It is cold outside, and I've got no heating on. So,
no, you tight bastard.
No, it's not working. It's I have 4 layers on at the moment. It's yeah. So.
Is that your poor excuse for a Christmas jumper, that, Paul?
No, it isn't. It actually no. I have a friend who used to make jumpers and made me several, and she sort of one of her things was interpreting artworks in knitting, and this is a sort of I can't remember which abstract art it's supposed to be, but this kind of.
Is it warm?
It is very warm. It's lovely.
Because our Stokey friends, Alice and David, have come in their Christmas jumpers.
I noticed they had Christmas one. Yes.
There they are. Don't you waggle those at me.
Yeah, I'm not
Your
yet.
daughter's watching.
Really.
Yeah.
I haven't quite got into Christmas mood yet. So anyway, and this is not a Christmas song. You're out there now, you've joined the great melange. The ether's full of others in your line. Still I sing our songs to keep me on an even key. Though lost to me, your sounds still blend with mine. Filling in wherever you have gone from all concealed, just out of reach, but never out of mind. Your voice is in the spaces of my sentences. Your echoes in the pauses of my songs. Those polished, practiced phrases will make sense of this. Through the phases of my grief, I'll finally come to understand this new luminous continuum we're on, where those not here bequeath to us their breath to keep us strong. The cliches, time's a healer, you'll move on. Drop from lips, not knowing what to say. I bet I've done the same, but this feels different for you. Your memories warrant joy, not lamentation. While crossing boundless distances beyond our worldly view, they also creep into the cracks of every day, like voices in the spaces of our sentences, echoes in the pauses of our songs. Those polished, practiced phrases will make sense of this. Through the phases of our grief, we'll finally come to understand this numinous continuum we're on, where those not here bequeath to us their breath to keep us strong. No controlling the precise way we'll be going, no help to watch the wash at bow or stern. Even where the tarmac turns to gravel, then to mud, or before the final sand drag, can't we learn not to fear the ever-nearing of our own, though learn we should. Come a future season, it will be our turn to be the voices in the spaces of their sentences, echoes in the pauses of their songs. Those polished, practiced phrases will make sense of this. Through the phases of their grief, they'll finally understand this new luminous continuum we're all on, where those not here bequeath to us their breath to keep us strong.
Lovely, Paul.
Oh, you remembered it all, Paul, anyway. That's something.
It's getting more difficult.
Nice one.
Right, well, thanks for that, Paul, and thanks for, well, to you and to everyone else for actually making the effort to turn up tonight. And we are going deeper into Wales for Davith, and then a little one from B.
Well, in the other order, in fact. Yes, and you're doing it first. I think we decided. Yes. Here we go. You introduce yours.
Well, hello. A very, very short winter contribution called Winter Trees. Standing bare and black, naked branches lack their summer finery in all its glory. Stunted trunks like flesh-stripped bones tell their death story, creaking and snapping as the thin wind groans. But beneath the moss and deep in earth, roots stretch down and leach in all they need for the sap to rise and feed lifeless limbs. Green blood will flow from death's cradle, and each new bud will bid us hope for precious spring. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Well, what you didn't with quantity, you made up for in quality.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and
Blimey, he's
complete
complimented you.
contrast-
Watch out. You know that's dangerous, don't you? Yes. Right, okay. Well, yes. According to the Met Office, it is the first day of winter today, although they could have fooled me based on the last three. It was -6 when I last measured it about half an hour ago outside. So here is a song from an album I bought in 1968, having listened to only one track of it and been totally smitten by it. It's Leonard Cohen's Winter Lady. Travelling lady, stay a while until the night is over. I'm just a station on your way. I know I'm not your lover. Well, I lived with a child of snow when I was a soldier, and I fought every man for her until the nights grew colder. She used to wear her hair like you, except when she was sleeping, and then she'd weave it on a loom of smoke and gold and breathing. And why are you so quiet now, standing there in the doorway? You chose your journey long before you came upon this highway. Travelling lady, stay a while until the night is over. I'm just a station on your way. I know I'm not your lover. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
If you learn to play guitar and sing, that would have been sort of nice as a song there, David.
You're absolutely right, John, and you've no idea how frustrated I've been for so many decades about that.
Yeah, I've been like that as well for decades.
Well, that was exactly the advice that Leonard Cohen got. He wasn't making any money as a poet.
This is right.
And somebody said to him, I don't know who it was, said, put a tune to that and go out and get a guitar and you can make a fortune.
Yeah. Well, I know Judy Collins agreed with that, but I don't think she was the first one to tell him.
Right, moving up the hill to the top of the hill. I bet it's cold where you are, John. I mean, you're up in the clouds up there.
One could say it is, yes, indeed. Or even two could say it is. But, it's definitely colder here than it is elsewhere. What did you say it was? -3?
According to my phone, it's -3. It's
Yeah.
probably cold.
Oh, well, that's nothing. I mean, we got -6 over here, mate.
Well, there you are, you see.
Yeah.
But,
-3
well, lower
in the house,
down.
John.
So we're in the Frost Hollow.
yes.
Minus, what was it, 7 or 8 this
It
morning?
was
when
-8 this morning when we got up, but
Yes.
it's not
Does
gone
Ray
like
know
that.
something that the rest of us
to
don't
measure
know?
Sorry?
Does Ray know something that the rest of us don't know?
For who? Because I was thinking, well, maybe it's you, John.
Happy birthday. No, I actually
Yesterday.
put him right on that. He said happy birthday to me. A friend of mine had his birthday a week ago, Mr. John Finnan.
Yeah.
And I put up this post with us sat together, Carol and I and John Finnan. And
Yeah.
Ray obviously thought it was my birthday.
No, right, I suppose he doesn't know John Finnan, does he?
No, he doesn't know John Finnan, and possibly won't do, because John's a local Chester musician. But he has been around for a while. They used to run what was it? The Black Diamond Folk Club in Chester about 30 odd years ago.
You can send them the recording, John.
Sorry?
You can send them the recording.
I will, yeah. Okay.
Right, well, we'll all shut up and let you get on with it, John.
Thank you very kindly. Well, no one's properly died. This is a song about dying and coming back again and all that sort of stuff. I nearly said something I shouldn't have done then.
You did. John, you remember this being recorded.
As I onward go through the ancient forest, birds are in the trees, there's wood smoke on the breeze. Night is drawing near and the light is fading. Will I find my way back to you? It's been 7 years since I held you near me, tricked to go and fight across the sea. How I hate that man, that recruiting sergeant, hope I never see his like again. I hear the cannons roar, the screams of the dying, the ringing of the swords and the crack of guns. The smell of blood and powder in the air around me. Got to find my way back to you. I walk out from the trees into the village clearing. There's no one around to see me home. Our cottage it stands there, light streaming from the window. Walk into the room and I see you there. A young child lies asleep, she must be our Mary, grown into a girl since I've been away. My arms reach out to you, but you do not see me. What is going wrong? I don't understand. Then it all comes back, the bullet piercing through me, my life's blood running out on the ground. My soul has made it back to the one who loves me, but my body's lying cold in a foreign field. Years later, his wife reminisces about that same night and what her daughter said she saw. And she says, little Mary said to me, he's coming home today. Seldom mentioned him before, now he's coming home today. I could hardly hide my tears, for she was too young to know. He'd been gone for 7 long years and he'd not seen her grow. The army took my love away all that time ago. I could not tell my child my fears and how I missed him so. Tucked her into bed that night and I kissed her sweet young brow. She looked at me and smiled and said, my Daddy's come here now. I could not breathe, I could not turn, but thought I heard my name. Felt a presence close by me, but all looked the same. Mary fell asleep that night, her young face wreathed in smiles, whilst I in my lonely bed lay awake and cried. An old maid now I still remain, since he went off to war. Then my child, she dreamed of him, walking through the door. And she swears that on that night he stroked her hair and he held me tight. Faded in the candle's light.
Always gets a laugh, that one, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those fade outs.
That's why I wrote it, you know. Give everyone a laugh. Why not?
Carol.
I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do tonight. But then when Maureen spoke about jumping in puddles, it decided me that this was the one I was going to do. and it's titled What Age Do I Have to Be? And it's one of my own poems as usual. We're all getting older, but when are we too old to say, I really like going out to play? I want to swing up ever so high till I can almost touch the sky. Climb the steps to the top of a slide, and with a shout of joy, down I'll glide. To fly my kite in the wind and feel it really pulling hard on the string. Go down on the beach, making castles in the sand, with a flag and a moat. Isn't it grand? Or go down to the local town park lake, catching frog spawn, or sailing a boat that I make. Throwing snowballs and building a snowman, a really big one, the biggest I can. Sat astride my sledge at the top of a hill, then go shooting down. Oh, what a thrill. Out walking in the wood with you, hiding behind a tree, then popping out and saying, boo! So exactly what age do I have to be before these things and games are considered too young for me? Thank you.
Yep.
You're as young as you feel.
Yes.
Nearly right.
Nearly.
I just wish I felt younger, that's all.
Oh, well, I've spent all day in hospital today.
Oh.
Having various tests. I had a dizzy spell on Tuesday afternoon.
Oh.
And the doctor sent me straight to the TIA clinic
Today.
in to see if I'd had a stroke. But I haven't. So everything's okay now.
Did they found the brain there, did they?
They did. They actually showed me my own brain on the computer.
Oh, no.
The consultant said, now this is that, and the white bits are your blood vessels, and everything's okay.
Did they
If
put
there
it
was
back
any
in
blood
there?
anywhere else, it would have said, no, that's wrong. But I'm okay. I'm real. I am here. And,
If
continue
you're
to
having
be
dizzy spells, I would prescribe some of this
I
stuff.
was thinking you'd start on that again, that's
It's
right.
the zero stuff. It's very good.
I will prescribe some of this stuff.
This might be a problem, John.
Might have caused them.
No. No problem at all. Now I know I haven't had a stroke.
There we are. That's good.
Anyway,
We're all pleased to hear
I
that.
will now shut up. Thank you. Everybody.
Right, yeah, well, we're glad you don't have, because it'll give us something to do still on a Tuesday night, won't it? Tamsin, are you there? Oh!
She's there.
It's the black cat. Right, you've been sort of hiding behind your cat all night. Give us a song, girl.
I was going to sing Eliza Lee, Sea Shanty. The smartest clipper you can find is ho I, you must done. She's the Margaret Evans of the Blue Star Line. Clear away the track and let the ball giant run. To me, hey, rig a jig in a jaunting gun. Ho I, you must done. With Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the ball giant run. Or we're outward bound for the West Street Pier. Ho I, you must done with Galway shale and Liverpool beer. Clear away the track and let the ball giant run. To me, hey, rig a jig and a jaunting gun. Ho I, you must done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the ball giant run. Oh, and when we're out in New York town, ho I, you must done. We'll dance them Bowery girls around. Clear away the the track and let the bull giant run. To me, hey, rig-a-jig in a jaunting gun. Ho, I, you must done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. Oh, the Margaret Evans of the Blue Star Line. Ho, I, you must done. She's ne'er a day behind her time. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. To me, hey, rig-a-jig in a jaunting gun. Ho, I, you must done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. Oh, and when we're back in Liverpool town, ho, I, you must done. We'll stand yes whiskies all around. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. To me, hey, rig-a-jig and a jaunting gun. Ho, I, you must done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. Oh, one more pull and that will do. Ho, I, you must done. For we're the boys to kick her through. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. To me, hey, rig-a-jig in a jaunting gun. Ho, I, you must done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run. Oh, with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run.
Now, if
Thank
you
you,
want,
thank you.
want
Lovely,
to
lovely
spot
song.
anybody preening themselves,
Lovely.
Gwyneth was there, Tamsin's mum, and she was preening herself with pride there, Tamsin. Very quietly, but she was definitely preening.
Yeah, quite understandable.
Yeah, lovely.
You sat there, Reid. Where's your guitar?
Oh me, I'm gonna just sing tonight, just for a change.
No.
I'm just thinking, bugger, somebody's got to sing after Tamsin, so it's me tonight, and that's what you get for coming on late. Plus, I was thinking everybody else might have sung all the Christmas songs, so I thought, well, what will I do? I don't know many Christmas songs anyway, so I thought, St Andrew's Day yesterday, I could do a Scottish song, and I don't think there's any jocks on. We've got Welsh and English, and we've got Markhams and Tackams.
Hey, there's one behind me here.
Just Leslie, sorry Leslie. When I'm stuck for ideas, I sometimes revert to my book on this day in history, and I look for music or birthdays or anything. Guess what? No birthdays today, no music.
Wait, if you're going to do a fond kiss, I did it first thing.
Well, what I'm going to do in this book reckons that today is the birth of the British potato. It's the day that Walter Raleigh brought the potato back to Britain.
Oh, right.
So
I have to say you were on dangerous ground when you said it's only Leslie.
It could go anywhere, this, but we'll. I thought that this a song about potatoes and the birth of the potato that'd appeal to John's sense of humour. So we'll try this one. No safety net or nothing. Tune. That's it, right? Got it? If I've not got it now, I'm never going to get it. When I was just a laddie, for as long as I can mind, I would go to Granny's kitchen to see what I could find. She'd aye had something for me, be it savoury or sweet. You could aye rely on Granny's for something good to eat. Should have put the chorus in. I can still taste the carrots and the tatties and the leeks. The barley peas and mutton shanks could keep you gone for weeks. The aroma frae her stove could warm the heart to any man. I can still say my granny stir her muckle soup pan. Next time. Well, as I grew up, my granny was an influency side. She was always full of wisdom and she passed it on to me. And if I was in trouble, she'd all stick up for me. I looked up to my granny 'cause she was 6'3". I can still taste the carrots and the tatties and the leeks, the barley peas and mutton shanks could keep you gone for weeks. The aroma frae her stove could warm the heart of any man. I can still see my granny stir her muckle soup pan. I've mony happy memories o' times when I'd gone doon to spend a day at Granny's where the family are round. There were uncles, auntie, friends, like a royal family troop, all queued outside the kitchen for a plate of Granny's soup. I can still taste the carrots and the tatties and the leeks, the barley peas and mutton shanks could keep you gone for weeks. The aroma frae her stove would warm the heart of any man. I can still see my granny stir her muckle soup pan. Oh, the memory of my granny is forever in my mind. She was warm and honest, happy, helpful, loving, strong and kind. She aye made me feel special, just like she was to me. And the day she died, the family cried, a river to the sea. I can still taste the carrots and the tatties and the leeks, the barley peas and mutton shanks could keep you gone for weeks. The aroma frae her stove would warm the heart of any man. I can still see my granny stir her muckle soup pan. One more time, everybody. I can still taste the carrots and the tatties and the leeks, the barley peas and mutton shanks could keep you gone for weeks. The aroma frae her stove would warm the heart of any man. I can still see my granny stir her muckle soup pan.
Yeah.
Leslie said Cullen skink was her granny's soup.
Happy birthday, Spud. Cullen skink. I had a plate of Cullen skink one time in Cullen many years ago.
Lovely.
It's really nice. I do like it.
So do I.
Right, it looks like it's the bloke sat out in the snow.
It's Alan! Yay!
It's Smokehead Haddock, isn't it? Cullen skink, isn't it? Smokehead Haddock? I think I've had it.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Can I ask just before?
Didn't have it earlier.
Can I ask just before you start? Where's the mountain gone?
You want the mountain? I can give you a mountain.
Oh, yeah, I've fallen in love.
I'll give you a mountain. I'd never let it be said that I don't accommodate. It's a different mountain.
I thought you had an answer for everything, Alan. I thought you said it's off to see Mohammed. Never mind.
It's Knicht. That one's Knicht, I think.
Ah, yes. And that's got a very interesting origin for its...
Where was it nicked from?
Not Greece. Not Greece. What a shame that is. There we are. So I have a song. It is a Christmas song. A little bit of an echo to it, John. Is that an echo? Oh yeah, there's just a little bit. Never mind, it's new toys. Toys for boys. Anyway, this doesn't need any introduction except to say that the Shepherds make an appearance in it. So you can all cheer when
10%.
Yeah. Here you go.
Are they washing their socks?
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow. Midwinter, long, long ago. Heaven cannot hold him, nor the earth sustain.
Heaven and earth shall welcome him when he comes to reign. And in the bleak midwinter, a stable place suffice for the Lord my God incarnate, Jesus Christ. Angels and archangels may have gathered there, seraphim and cherubim thronged in the air, and his mother Mary in her maiden bliss. Comfort thee, beloved, only with a kiss. What then shall I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would give a lamb. And if I were a wise man, then I would do my part. But what I have I give him, I will give my heart. And if I were a wise man, then I would do my part. Yet what I have I give him, I will give my heart. What I have I give him, I will give my heart.
Lovely. Fabulous, Alan. Lovely.
That's beautiful, Alan.
Leslie says it's now officially Christmas. I say too many unnecessary notes in that.
Well,
but-
yeah, you would. And too much echo as well, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's a critic.
Shepherd's watch, Alan, by night.
Oh, hello, Michael's with us.
Oh.
Two Michaels.
Two
Is it
Michael. We've got stereo
on
Michaels.
Is it Michael on two machines? Don't know. Anyway, there's Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Nice to see you.
Michael. I was about nodding off.
Oh,
Michael's got
Now
it.
you see him, now you don't.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Bugger. His name's Houdini.
Anyway.
Right, well that's got us to halfway, so we'll go round again. We've dropped an H, as they say.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah,
Gone, solid gone.
I think H tries to get about 3 or 4 Zoom sessions in a night. She's probably flashbang walloping somewhere else entirely.
Yeah, I think she missed Storm.
Yeah.
Right. What am I doing? This is a. It's not a Christmas song, but it's a post-Christmas song. King Herod don't get a good press, does he? You never hear anybody say, oh, good King Herod. You know, it's good King Wenceslas and all this crap, but never good King Herod, is it?
Good King Herod Sunak. No.
This started off life as a poem by a Cornishman, John, Charles Causley, and then another Cornishman, Johnny Coppin, put it to music, and I'm gonna ruin it. Ooh, there's a bloody string out there.
I'll tell you which one it is for 15 guineas, John.
I found it. Save myself the money. Who's that knocking at the window? Who's that standing at the door? What are all those presents laying on the kitchen floor? Who is the smiling stranger? His hair as white as gin. What is he doing with the children? Who could have let him in? Why is there rubies on his fingers? A cold, cold crown upon his head? Why, when he calls his cow, do the salty snows run red? Why does he ferry my fireside as a spider on a thread? His fingers made of fuses, his tongue of gingerbread. Why does the world before him melt in a million suns? Why do his yellow yearning eyes burn like saffron buns? Watch when he comes a-walking out of the Christmas flame, dancing, double talking. Herod is his name. Who's that knocking at the window? Who's that standing at the door? What are all those presents laying on the kitchen floor? Who is the smiling stranger? His hair as white as gin. What is he doing with the children? Who could have let him in? Watch when he comes a-walking out of the Christmas flame, dancing, double talking. Herod is his name. Herod is his name. There we go. That's me for the night.
Very interesting.
You used to complain you'd complain about people's sudden endings. And what do you do? A sudden ending. There you go. That's finished.
Finished, done, job
Next.
sorted. Right, Jeffrey. We're getting feedback. Will everybody mute themselves?
Train whistle fades, last train of the day, on the platform in the rain. You've got no one to blame with those red shift blues, red shift blues. How you gonna lose all the red shift blues? I know we've grown apart from the very start, and what drew us near has become a mystery here with those red shift blues, red shift blues. How you gonna lose all the red shift blues? Drifting away, well, the stars will surely fade. Drifting apart, all alone in the dark, with those red shift blues, red shift blues. How you gonna lose all the red shift blues? Train whistle fades, it's the last train of the day, on the platform in the rain. You've got no one to blame with those red shift blues, red shift blues. How you gonna lose all the red shift blues, red shift blues, red shift blues. How you gonna lose all the red shift blues, the red shift blues, all the red shift blues.
Oh, lovely, Jeff.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you, Jeff. As far as I know, the only song I've ever heard featuring the Doppler effect. Right, where are we now? Let's look at the muck.
Got your teeth into
Gwyneth.
that one, didn't you?
Are you there, Gwyneth? Yes,
Yes,
you're there.
yeah.
Well, come on.
Right, okay. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, let me taste your ware. Says the pieman to Simple Simon, show me first your penny. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, indeed I have not any. Simple Simon went a-fishing for to catch a whale. All the mortar he had got was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went a-hunting for to catch a hare. He rode a goat about the streets but couldn't find one there. He went to catch a dicky bird and thought he could not fail, because he'd got a little salt to put upon its tail. He went to shoot a wild duck, but wild duck flew away. Says Simon, I can't hit him because he will not stay. He went to ride a spotted cow that had a little calf. She threw him down upon the ground, which made the people laugh. Once Simon made a great snowball and brought it into roast. He laid it down before the fire and soon the ball was lost. He went to try if cherries ripe did grow upon a thistle. He pricked his finger very much, which made poor Simon whistle. Simple Simon went to town to buy a piece of meat. He tied it to a horse's tail to keep it clean and sweet. He went for water in a sieve, but soon it all ran through. And now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. Thank you.
How did he keep it clean and sweet? By tying it to a horse's
I did
tail?
think the same thing, yeah. It's a nonsense song, I guess.
Thank you to Janet for that verse.
You don't say, Alan.
Just what you got to say, Janet, keep the fly.
We should ask Tamsin. She's sure to heard that one in her cradle, I imagine.
Probably.
Ah.
Can I just say before
No, you can't.
I'm sure I can, John.
Yes, you can.
I'm sure I can.
Ignore him.
Can I just say thank you to all of you for making us so welcome? It really
Oh.
is a treat, and it's our first. We're virgins at Soom Singing, and I'll probably stay a once-off virgined person afterwards. It's quite unreal, isn't it?
Everyone, even John.
You're not a virgin.
Oh yeah, loving it. This is a song that it was. Well, the history of it takes it back to around about 1864, and over in
That's nearly 7 o'clock.
Ah dear, I've been learning times in Welsh, so give me about an hour, I'll tell you what that is. It was a song that came out of the camp of Stephen Foster that was writing at the time, Hard Times and other songs like that. And it's one that found its way over to Australia. And I fell in love with it when I was listening to a guy called Martin Wyndham Reid down in the wonderful place just outside the Elephant Castle. And this is a song called Gentle Annie, but it's the Australian words that go to it, which are quite unusual, but it's there. Oh, I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie, and the love feels so certain in the field. Oh, you're anxious to know, gentle Annie, how your little crop of wheat is going to yield. And you'll take my advice, gentle Annie, aye, and watch your fellow as he goes away, with his knapsack high on his shoulder, and he stole some nice and fox the other day. and I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie. And that it's me where I cannot stay no more. And I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie. You're the dark-eyed little girl I do adore. That's the chorus if you want to have a go at it. Oh, your mutton's very sweet, gentle Annie. I am sure it wasn't packed in New South Wales. And you'd better put a fence round the cabbage, or you know it might be eaten by the snail. And I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie, for it's with you I can stay no more. Oh, I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie. You're the dark-eyed little girl I do adore. For the summertime's come, gentle Annie, and your wild oats are scattered in the fields, and you're anxious to know, gentle Annie, how your little crop of wheat is going to yield. And I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie, and with you I can no longer stay. For I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie, how the dark-eyed little girl I do adore. I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie, for it's with you I can no longer stay. I'll bid you adieu, gentle Annie. You're the dark-eyed little girl I do adore.
That was great.
Lovely.
Thank you very much. We'll pass the baton.
Played,
I was playing along with that on mute, and I put an amen. I put an amen at the end. I thought it needed an amen.
It needed. Next time.
You always put an arm in.
Do it then.
Yeah.
Oh, we just sort of
You
looking
even
at
put one on Arlana Moore.
Oh yeah. Well, there's amens available.
Yeah.
All over there. You just have to grab one out the air. There they go.
Yes, I like that. I'll put that on the end.
Amen. Amen.
I was just sort of looking around the boxes then. I mean, it's I can't remember last time we did this. Was it a year or 2 years, Alan?
I've frozen, John. Have I frozen?
There was one on about nearly New Year's Eve of 22, so there's one then. I think that might
It was
be.
one almost exactly a year ago, wasn't it?
Oh, I've
Yeah,
frozen.
you're still frozen, Alan. You're not moving.
I know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You can hear you, yeah.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Defrost the man quickly.
It's like a ventriloquist dummy.
My screen's gonna.
You did one on the third, I think.
He's always like that.
It takes one to know one. I'm just waiting for my screen to come back to normal. I've got an hourglass. Anyway, you better carry on without me. I got an hourglass.
Could I ask everybody that's on the right of him, if we all just push him that way, he might come back in. No,
if you're going to disappear, do you make me full-blown host?
If I can. I don't think it'll let me do anything at the moment, John.
I think that happens anyway, though. I think Zoom defaults to the co-host becoming the host. If the
I
host
think so too. We've had it before.
I was just saying, looking round, it's so nice that everybody here, I feel, although I've sort of met probably about 60% of you in the flesh, I feel quite happy taking the piss out of everyone. There is no one here that I feel I need to be polite to.
Well done, Matt, Matt.
If you don't take the piss out of us, we'll be insulted then.
Right.
That's,
Let's go up to Durham.
I
Oh,
think I
no.
was on this session about 5 times, and then I think, oh, John's taking the piss. It's like I'm part of the group now.
It's true.
Where else could you get insulted for free?
I can't mute myself either. I'm going to drop out and come back in, John.
Yeah, okay
I
then,
don't want to
bugger
miss
off,
Brian and
and,
Sue. I'll be very quick. I'll be very
You're just
quick.
sitting very still because you want to miss Brian and Sue.
No, I don't. I don't. Right.
Right, well, you bugger off and we'll listen to Mr. and
He
Mrs. Ray.
looks sweet in front of that mountain, doesn't he? You know.
Right, come on, it's our
Right.
time you're wasting.
Okay. Last night we went to see Anthony John Clark, and this is the only song of his that we do, and it's Walking on Sunday. Some of you have heard that, I know. He's Irish, he's from Belfast, and
oh yes,
if you're going out with somebody over there, you're walking out with them, but once you become engaged, you actually walk out on a Sunday. It has some significance, and the song's called Walking on Sunday, of course.
It's more serious, isn't it? Anyway.
He left me this morning, 'twas the 6th day of May. I will wait until September, till he comes back this way, and we'll hear such sweet music as the autumn leaves sway, and we'll both go out walking on Sunday. Come and dance at the crossroads, come kiss at the post. Come and tell me that you love me, that you love me the most, that you care much more for me than your girl on the coast. And we'll both go out walking on Sunday. If my mother is watching, take me by the hand. Bow to the ladies, shake hands with the men. And if we stand by the stone wall, then they'll know you're my friend. And we'll both go out walking on Sunday. My sister is married, there's a child on the way, and I've not let one day pass when I've not looked away. She's a spring in her step and a smile white as day, and they both go out walking on Sunday. Come and dance at the crossroads, come kiss at the post. Come and tell me that you love me, that you love me the most, that you care much more for me than your girl on the coast. And we'll both go out walking on Sunday. Walk me past the orchard where the blossom blows wide. Walk me to the mill stream where young trout rise for fly. To the oak in the clearing where we once laughed and smiled. Oh, take me out walking on Sunday. Come and dance at the crossroads, come kiss at the post. Come and tell me that you love me, that you love me the most, that you care much more for me than your girl on the coast, and we'll both go out walking on Sunday. Oh, take me out walking on Sunday.
Wonderful.
Give us another one, please.
Lovely, lovely song.
Oh, yeah.
It was all right.
Right.
I made it.
I
Right.
realised Zoom has got a new facility. If it hears an accordion, it automatically kicks that member out, you see. I think that's what it is.
I was going to say in Welsh, it's bendigedig, that was, mate.
It was beautiful. Well done, yeah.
One or two, John?
I had a friend.
Two.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, two, definitely from you.
You can have H's spot.
One of my Zoom friends made me a couple of badges for going to live sessions. The all mute please, and Andy, when if you start playing an instrument in the pub, you can say, like, point to the badge. Right.
Right, this is Kate Rusby's song. Who will sing me lullabies?
Oi.
So there's a bit of a pause there. That's it.
Lay me down gently, lay me down low. I fear I am broken, won't bend, I know. One thing I ask when the stars light the skies, who now will sing me lullabies? Oh, who now will sing me lullabies? In this big world I'm lonely, for I am but small. Oh, angels in heaven, don't you care for me at all? You've heard my heart breaking as it ran through the sky. So why don't you sing me lullabies? Oh, why don't you sing me lullabies? I lay here, I'm sleeping, with the stars they have come. I lay here not weeping, now the long
Absolutely stunning. Thank you.
That's it. It's been a long day. I'm ready for my bed now.
It was lovely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we,
Bye, Ray.
right.
And the key of
nice to
C
see you,
sharp,
Ray.
that's great for playing along.
We'll see you in 12 months, perhaps, right?
Yeah, I probably will go in a minute, folks. I'm just going to answer a message here I've got. But I've been working in a care home
my
all day.
chat, I don't know what I've done to my chat, but I think my chat seems up the spout. So if anybody wants to chat to me, it's probably not going to happen. I don't know what's going on
I've
there.
been climbing up and down a scaffolding all day inside a care home, fitting new lighting into their function room, and I've got to be out early in the morning. I've got all the Christmas lights switch on in Galashiel, so I'm doing the PA system for that, so I'll be outside in the cold all day, so I better get some sleep. So get the van
Well,
loaded.
you look like you need it. I mean, if anybody needs beauty sleep, Ray, it's you.
I was waiting on that. But thanks, folks. I'll disappear in a minute. But
Take care, Ray.
Right,
See
night,
you,
Ray.
we'll see you next year, the ones I don't see before.
Right, we're back over at Canada. We're just going through everybody that we've been through, and then we'll get off to bed. I could see Fred looking at his watch thinking, because we know these days we finish at 10 o'clock at Real, and he's thinking, how long's this bugger going on for? Right, Maureen.
All right. So this is a song, I think, to St. John's, Newfoundland. So the chorus, sometimes we're bound for Liverpool. Oh, too high. Sometimes we're bound for Liverpool. Sometimes we're bound for Spain. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. But now we're bound for old St. John's, where all the girls are dancing. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. Come get your duds in order, 'cause we're bound to cross the water. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. Come get your duds in order, 'cause we're bound to leave tomorrow. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. Sometimes we're bound for Liverpool, sometimes we're bound for Spain. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. But now we're bound for old St. John's, where all the girls are dancing. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. I wrote me love a letter, I was on the Jenny Lind. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. I wrote me love a letter and I signed it with a ring. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. Sometimes we're bound for Liverpool, sometimes we're bound for Spain. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. But now we're bound for old St. John's, where all the girls are dancing. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. So it's farewell, Jimmy darlings, because now I'm gonna leave you. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. You promised that you'd marry me, but how you did deceive me. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. Last time, sometimes we're bound for Liverpool, sometimes we're bound for Spain. Heave away, me jollies, heave away. But now we're bound for old St. John's, where all the girls are dancing. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away.
Oh, you can't beat a whoop at the end, can you? I love a good whoop to finish.
And you know, I'm thinking of all of you that are, you know, you're trying to hide a yawn and so on. It's only 2:15 in the afternoon here, so no wonder I'm dancing in my chair.
Pass me the whiskey.
Yeah, I reckon a good whoop always beats an amen at the end of the song.
You've no soul, John.
Correct.
Into that.
What did he chew?
He has got one soul, but I'm not going to mention it.
So.
I sold mine to the devil. Phil.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stay with the maritime theme that we just had going there, but it's a bit sadder, I'm afraid. Bit of a body count on this one. I've got a friend called Sam Millington. I don't know if anybody you know him. He's a very prolific songwriter. Sadly, he's got motor neuron disease. And I saw him the other week, and he's getting to the point now he can't play his guitar anymore. But he's got loads and loads of songs, and he's handing them out to people, his friends. And this is one that I specifically asked him for. But it's a bit sad. Along the coast of Galloway, I have a sorry tale to tell of 7 sons who sailed away to plough the cold and salty swell. It was on the Solway Harvester, long before the drizzled dawn. They left Kirkcudbright harbour there on a grey and dismal morn. On the January tide they sailed together, 7 boys and men like you or me. No fear of gale or hail or heavy weather, bringing home the harvest from the sea. They headed for the scallop grounds to trawl the fertile ocean bed. They should have turned that boat around, headed north for home instead. For a storm was brewing in the deep, in the waters off the Isle of Man. A storm that made the women weep, as only wives and mothers can. As the sky turned black, they heard the crack of thunder. A force 9 gale had set the anchor free. Then the water through the hatches dragged them under, bringing home the harvest from the sea. The rescue boats from Douglas town went searching for the missing crew, but they were 19 fathoms down, not one of them had made it through. Had they made for Ramsey Bay, they could have run and rode the foam, and lived to sail another day and bring another harvest home. They raised the boat and docked her on the island, then took the boys back home where they should be. No more to leave their loved ones on the dry land, bringing home the harvest from the sea. Price of fish, I'm sure you ken, is wicked low and awful cheap, when measured against the price of men who drown beneath the waters deep. At the Isle of Whithorn Head there stands a boulder that's anchored to the ground beyond the quay. It's carved with 7 names who won't get older, bringing home the harvest from the sea, bringing home the harvest from the sea, bringing home the harvest from the sea.
Smashing. That was smashing. Absolutely clear. You got every single word. Great, Phil. Great.
I actually buggered up the tune on one of the verses. Did you not notice?
No.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You didn't.
How we weren't listening.
You haven't taken your dog out tonight, Phil?
I'll have to soon.
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism?
I'll just wait till Alan's on and I'll take him out.
No. You're the one that goes dogging, Helen.
Oh, hurtful.
Yeah, I remember the time when you couldn't get, internet at home, so you drove off in your car to somewhere you could get signal, and you sang to us from your car, and in the van next door was rocking about. Right, well, it's you anyway, Helen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go a bit no amens or hallelujahs here. I'm going a bit dark and pagan right now. Summon up the sun. The green man shakes with fear, for the winds are north and chill. He knows his time will not be long, for it's old Jack Frost is waiting on the hill. Waiting on the hill, for it's old Jack Frost is waiting on the hill. John Barleycorn is in his grave, stubble marks his tomb. Orion stalks the wary stars, and the barn owl calls to greet the hunter's moon. Greet the hunter's moon, and the barn owl calls to greet the hunter's moon. Then the snows come thick and cruel, when the year its race has run. The god of dark is strongest now, so we burn his heart to summon up the sun. Summon up the sun, so we burn his heart to summon up the sun. Midwinter's day begets the mist, the darkest of the dawn. The deepest snow in spring will go, and John Barleycorn is sure to be reborn. Sure to be reborn, and John Barleycorn is sure to be reborn. For when the snows are growing thin, the god of winter yields. Once more the spirit is reborn, and the young green man comes dancing through the fields. Dancing through the fields, and the young green man comes dancing through the fields. That's some
Ace. Lovely.
Blessed be, young lady. Cheers.
Yeah. A voice like that coming across the Atlantic, oh well, the whole of North America and then the Atlantic. Blimey, lovely.
Helen,
if you've got your dates, Helen, if you could send me a Facebook message, and we'll sort of make sure that we're here.
Change their holidays for you, Helen.
lovely.
Helen, that was lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
Helen, that was lovely.
Okay, that's enough being nice. We don't do nice here.
John, if you
Well,
want
just to prove it, here's Paul Clark.
Right, well, anyway, we had some Jeslow earlier. Here's a bit more. When I was young, me father, he said to me, never take advice when it comes for free, 'cause you can have all the riches of your golden kind, but without the riches of your peace of mind, he said, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. The old men sit and curse time slipping sands, while I sit and curse the time upon my hands. When the north wind blows like the song of the sea, the words it carries come plain to me. It says, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. Now me neighbours make remark on me furrows and frowns, and say the only way is up when people turn you down. Everybody gives me the same advice, they say, go sign up for a soldier's life, or you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. So I went to the army like everyone told me to do. They told me to do. The sergeant said, we can make a soldier out of you. But before I signed me name on the line, me father's words came back to me in time. He said, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. So I told them, your guns and your drums are not for me, are not for me, though me future may seem bleaker than bleak can be. 'Cause you talk of many owing much to few, and all I wanted was a job to do. They said, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you won't make old bones, you'll see. Now you people in power and position, you better take care, you better beware with your facts and your figures that tell you what, when and where. 'Cause those facts and figures are the likes of me, so don't try and tell me how my life should be, or you won't make old bones, 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 you'll see.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh man, lovely.
That's great, Paul.
Fabulous, Paul. Thank you.
Sorry about the buzzing face.
Not the same without a Geordie accent.
It probably isn't, though. Sorry about the buzzing face notes, but my capo was not really tight enough. I think it's the cold probably not helping.
Right. Janet's gone. So, yeah. So it was nice for her to pop in.
They must be 2 or 3 hours ahead in Israel, I would think.
2 hours, yeah.
2.
At least, yeah.
After midnight, anyway.
Yeah.
Right, Davith. Or B.
Hello.
Whoever.
Right, you first.
Settee.
Okay. Are we there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I've just had to renew my passport, and I had an EU passport until yesterday. Now I've got a British passport that apparently gets me nowhere. So this is my poem about Europe. When we were free in Europe. Stepping off the train in Gare du Nord and inhaling the sounds of Paris, breathing her freshly baked bread and tasting the heat shimmering off the Seine, do you remember? Stepping off the plane in Madrid and simmering in that sweltering sun, tasting tapas late into the night with the scent of jasmine and the sounds of the dance and the sway of the music. Do you remember? Stepping out of the taxi in Rome into the heart of living history. The cacophony of cars and song hover around our lips as we quaff Chianti, becoming drunk on the beauty we discover. Do you remember? Memories flash by. That Georges de la Tour in the Louvre, that fish dish with crisp white wine in Lisbon, that apology for a train being 1 minute late in a German station. So much more to explore, a cavalcade of history, arts and tradition, the door through which we passed free to share our cross-stitched history, new bolted by a hateful fear of all that lives and breathes in common humanity. I never knew hatred, but now it sits a loathsome toad in my heart, cursing all those whose false walls entrap me with their bitter bile.
Cool. Get it out your system, girl. That's the thing.
Oh, yes, Pete. Lovely.
Tell it how it is, girl.
Yeah. She always has.
Yep.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid I was in England on Monday, but I did have a really nice lunch in a smashing wine bar in Soho. I've been loving you a long time, down all the years, down all the days, and I've cried for all your troubles, smiled at your funny little ways. We watched our friends grow up together, and we saw them as they fell. Some of them fell in a heaven, some of them fell in a hell. I took shelter from a shower, and I stepped into your arms on a rainy night in Soho. The wind was whistling all its charms. I sang you all my sorrows, you told me all your joys. Whatever happened to that old song? To all those little girls and boys? Sometimes I'd wake up in the morning, the ginger lady by my bed, covered in a cloak of silence. I'd hear you talking in my head. I'm not singing for the future. I'm not dreaming of the past. I'm not talking of the first times. I never think about the last. Now the song is nearly over, we may never find out what it means. Still, there's a light I hold before me. You're the measure of my dreams, the measure of my dreams. And rest in peace, Shane MacGowan.
Yeah, too right. Lovely. Thank you, David. Welcome, Bauer.
Yeah,
Oh, close up.
I used to do his teeth, you know.
No.
That's why they look like that.
I don't find that difficult to believe. You did them, didn't you? You did them in, did you?
Joe and Carol.
All right, there we go. It's, as everyone has said, it's coming up to Christmas, and I'm not going to be with you. For the next couple of weeks, until January probably. Unless you're meeting on the 22nd, which was hinted at by Alan Rees-Jones at one point that you may be.
No, I think that we've kicked that into touch because we decided that there probably won't be many people about, and people have got relatives and all the rest. When you said, I was a bit worried then. I thought maybe his test results weren't so good at hospital. When you said, I won't be with you at Christmas.
No, I'm fine. I will be here. I will be alive and kicking.
Oh, you're hoping? I mean,
I'm hoping, yeah. All right, shut your face.
Right, I'm shutting my face.
This is a Jethro Tull song that I drag out each Christmas, and it goes something like this. Once in Royal David City stood a lowly cattle shed, where a mother held her baby. You do well to remember the things he later said. You're stuffing yourselves at the Christmas parties. You'll just laugh when I tell you to take a running jump. You are missing the point. You sure does not need making. The Christmas spirit is not what you drink. So how can you laugh when your own mother's hungry? And how can you smile when the reasons for smiling are wrong? And if I've just messed up your thoughtless pleasures, please remember, if you wish, this is just a Christmas song. Thank you.
Big finish.
That last note's a bit of a tester, isn't it, John?
Just slightly. Song, it should be up there. I may have missed it, but there you go. Thank you.
Close enough, close enough. Yeah.
John?
Yes?
I thought with
Have you got Leslie says, have you got a rocking chair there?
Yes, I have.
Oh, proper Valdunican, you need a cardigan.
Not only that, but I can actually... Whoa.
What are you doing,
John? Like that, you see. Live at...
They pay good money for that and so.
Is it one of those electric rise and recline
No,
chairs?
it's got a big lever on the side.
Let's have nothing rising electrically, please.
No, I can't afford an electric one.
Right, where are we now? Tamsin.
Well, Fred and Leslie
Carol,
were going to
Carol.
ask something.
Bugger off, Tamsin, you're not on yet.
Oh, bless her.
It was Leslie's fault.
Not my fault.
Carol, it's Carol.
Where's that gone now? Oh my God. What's my machine doing here?
On my Christmas contribution. Merry Christmas. Although I'm very sorry to say, I don't have individual presents for you to open on Christmas Day. What I do have for every one of you are wishes that I hope will all come true. For I wish you calm, and I wish you joy. I wish you rest, and I wish you peace. But most of all at this time of year, I wish you love and happiness. May you all have a lovely Christmas. May you all have a happy new year. And may you always be surrounded by those you love, now and forevermore. Happy Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. I see, Davith. Is that an early breakfast, Davith, or a late dinner?
Yes.
Well put.
Right, it's Tamsin. Come on.
Right.
Come on, get your act together, girl.
So I'm gonna sing Butter and Cheese and All. What a pity it is to tease me, or try me for to sing, when it does not lay in my power for to do any such thing. But since that you have teased me so, I'll try what I can do. And when I come to the chorus, why you must bawl out too, why you must bawl out too. It's of a cook I fell in love, and the truth I don't deny. For why a cook should have her choice, I'll tell you the reason why. For she has plenty of mince pies, plum pudding, and roast beef. And when my belly was empty, she gave to me relief. She gave to me relief. She sent me an invitation, supper for to take. I kindly did accept it all, for my belly's sake. And after supper was over, of the cupboard I got the keys. One pocket I crammed with butter, and the other I stuffed with cheese. The other I stuffed with cheese. And supper being over, a half an hour more, when the master, smelling of the cheese, came knocking at the door. And I, not knowing where to hide, up the chimney I did hide. And there I sat quite at my ease, like a sweep exalted high, like a sweep exalted high. I had not been long there sitting, a-sitting at my ease, when the fire began to melt my butter, likewise to toast my cheese. And every drop that fell in the fire, it caused the fire to flare. And the old man looked up the chimney, and he swore that Satan was there. He swore that Satan was there. So up to the chimney top he got, and down some water poured, and I came tumbling after, butter and cheese and all. But I'm safe down from the chimney now, with a smut and a greasy face. And out of the street door I nimbly ran, and down the street I was chased, and down the street I was chased. The dogs did bark, the children screamed, up flew the windows all, and every soul cried out, well done, as loud as they could bawl. So to make an end to my duty, boys, I hope I aren't kept you long. So we'll wish success to the chorus, and sing another good song. We'll sing another good song. Thank you.
Well done. Excellent.
Lovely.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
funny.
you so much for that. Yeah, you
I
must
have
tell
some
me
breaking news.
Oh.
And I'm going to email Helen. Well, she'll know. Her pagan song, The Sun
yeah.
has just come out.
Oh.
Oh, there you are. Wow.
Not here, it hasn't. It's still, the moon's up.
It was the last Amen that did that, I think.
Yes, you told me. You told me.
Right, well, we've just about got to the end. So it's young Alun with his electric organ.
Hallelujah.
That's not a sex toy.
Is that a vibrator? Oh, sorry. I didn't say that, did I?
No.
You can sing this to that one. And the boys of the NYPD choir are singing Galway Bay. Listen. In 6/8 time, that'd be all right, wouldn't it? That was D, by the way. But there we are, a bit late. So I have a song that usually comes out once a year, and so I don't practice it, and I just depend on my failing memory that I will remember the words. It does race along a little bit, so we'll see how we go. Starts with a tune called the Sussex Carol. Carol. It goes Sussex Carol. Okay? And it goes into a song that everybody knows. I was going to do the Welsh version of it, but if you translate literally into Welsh, you always have a few syllables left over. That's the way it goes. Here we go. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, Christmas Day. Saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in the ships all 3 on Christmas Day, Christmas Day? Who was in those ships all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning? Our Saviour Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Saviour Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day in the morning. And they sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. They sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells in heaven shall ring on Christmas Day, Christmas Day. And all the bells in heaven shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the voices on earth shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. All the voices on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Come on. Amen. I can see goldfish going round the Muppet boxes.
Right, well, there we are.
Bendig.
Another year has flown.
Yes.
And some of us are a year older.
Apart from those born on the 29th of February, isn't it?
Of course. Well, at least you get a birthday next year.
Yeah.
And the Olympic Games, if that suits your mood.
Hey, what are they?
Yeah.
Bloody
I can't
marvellous.
wait for that. Yeah.
It's been lovely seeing faces again. It really has been nice because it's a bit deja vu. I can't remember the last time we had it. Oh, we did one last Christmas, didn't we?
I'm sure.
But before that, it was in the Cyfnod Claw, the what's it called, the lockdown period. And I mean, we're very grateful to everybody that joined us during that horrible time because it actually kept our club going. I think if the club had had a couple of years off, it might have struggled to reconvene. And it just felt like the club was still going despite it all. So thank you very, very much. Especially locals and people from afar. It's lovely.
Right, I'm going to press the little button and the one will say recording stopped. And then you can say what you like about anybody because it won't be recorded. Okay. So anyway, yeah, good night to all. And I'm going to press the little button now.
You bugger.
John boy.
You bugger.